Perfect. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Keith here. Jesse on the camera. Tonight, Jesse and I are working on the Ute build part 4, I believe. Tonight, we got all the parts for the suspension. We're going to put the nice Vanquish black F10T axles in their front and rear. I believe we got some knuckles in the house somewhere from I actually got to go track down. And we got in the parts from Power Hobbies to mount the leaf springs to the axles, plus the leaf springs from Amazon. These were actually relatively cheap, like 20 bucks, and they came with a boatload of hardware. Next week we'll get the body onto the cab. We just want to finally get this thing sitting without all this junk hanging out, actually just get it sitting on its own where we don't have blocks underneath it. So let's roll the intro and we'll get back into getting this thing ripped apart and get those axles underneath it. Okay guys, the Vanquish F10T axles are like a Toyota type axle. They're not licensed, but they sure look the part, look really nice. Of course, Vanquish quality. One thing is, when you're ordering these, you're going to want to order in your third member carrier little bits in billet. You can reuse the plastic ones. We did rob these from our breast cancer awareness build truck, which went to pink F10T axles, and we use those in there. So for this build, we're just going to put the plastic ones in it. Good enough. Leaf spring, Amazon, 20 bucks or something like that. Just put it in RC Leaf, you'll find them. It's actually a full set of 4 leaves, which is kind of nice. We're only using half the kit, so we'll have a boatload of extra hardware, plus some extra hanger options and stuff to play with, just to kind of get it dialed in. The Power Hobbies. These are partner PHB6896. Boop. That's nice. You can get these in brass or aluminum. We also picked up a pack of these RC 4-wheel drive super lift drive shaft angle wedges, so we can actually put these in between the leaves and the diff and kind of clock the proper angle that you get, so you have a nice drive shaft angle. Anyhow, let's get to the hard part. Let's get these axles gutted out of the truck, all the guts inside of these, get the links off that rig, dress this all to fit. We will show you how these fit once we figure it out. And then, yeah, we'll get that thing mounted. We're going to have a little bit of work to do. I might have to weld up and build a drop hanger just to get it working with these, but we'll see how that goes. Anyhow, let's get it. Okay, I went and filled up my sweet Vanquish coffee cup I got for Christmas from my lovely wife. This part here with a little bit of massaging will actually fit right where I told you it was going to fit. Okay, now I went and got it stuck, but...
Show me where you put it.
It's back in. It fits really, really nice. It's actually a really nice fit in there. You're going to take a bolt, you're going to pass it from the inside here to lock it in, and then one from the bottom through into that side to lock it in. Make sure you put Loctite on there. Bada bada boom. It's got a spot on the top for 2 places you can put your leaf springs on, I guess. These might take a little bit more massaging to get those in there. Might just have to pinch the middle part flat while we bolt it onto that, or loosen it all off and then tighten it down. Whatever, we'll figure that out. But anyhow, why I keep rambling on and hold the leaf spring, these are, okay, 20 bucks a set, yes, yada, yada, yada. You don't get great hardware. You get all the right parts and components you would with the Tamiya brand ones, but you do not get the shoulder type bolts, which the big ass hole in the leaf spring actually rides on. You just get the 3mm stainless bolt. We're probably going to go over to a black steel bolt. It's a little bit stronger, but because of this slop in here, NFG no good. We went and grabbed some 5/32 by 0.014 round aluminum, so we can make a nice little sleeve from there. The beauty about this stuff is it's so thin you can literally cut it with a detailer's or a razor Ramon Okay, so you need 4 of these about 4mm long. Boop, right there. You're gonna want to get that inside there first. And basically just cut it off. Okay guys, back with an update really quick. We have a truck that has leaf springs in the rear. We were able to find a couple holes on the chassis to line up. We did run into a small issue though, for some odd reason. Because we built the chassis before we put the cart before the horse, that whole thing there. Now we have to go back and make a couple changes. We are lacking on width, or we're a little bit too wide, and the weird thing is we can't go inside, so what we have to do is put a notch in the frame for the shackles where I have them marked out there. Boop, boop. So, not a bad angle. You see better there? Boop, boop. And that way I can pinch them there, because these need to move nice and free and not be all loaded up, and it's loaded up right now. So the front's good enough. We don't want to weaken it at that joint, but the back needs to be done. So otherwise, let's see how it is sitting. Now we have all of the leaf springs. There's actually 1, 2, 3, and the main 4 leaf springs in the rear, which actually holds the weight of the bed really nice. We were a bit worried about this super heavy bed. Whoop. This actually holds it pretty good. Lines up nice, decent spacing in the wheel well. So next up, we do need to figure out shocks. Now these 90 mils are going to be too big, obviously, to use in there in any which way or form, so we're going to have to order something small, or I actually was thinking maybe we'll go see about some takeoffs from one of our armored Groms or something, because we just need a shock. It doesn't have to be big, and with that many leaf springs, you're not going to get a lot of travel. This is a utility truck, it's not a rock crawler, so it's a scale truck. Okay guys, so I'm going to get that notched out. We're going to get this bolted together so we can start to get this thing done. We did cut those side plates, I don't remember part 1 or whatever, on this bed of those big weird plates. We cut those off so we have more room to play with inside there. So okay, onward, upward. We'll see you guys back here in a few seconds once we have this all mounted up. Okay guys, so I think that's looking absolutely fantastic. Jesse and I got that rear axle in there mounted. A couple little things we had to play with to make it work. As we discussed, we notched out the back side of that frame bit there to make that all work. Park this all down here. We did those little notches in there to make them work. Yeah, you might give me shackles are kind of pointing forward, but they can't come any more forward because of the notches in the frame, you see. So, yes and no, they will not come over, collapse forward, and they still work great. Everything works as it should. Remember, this truck is a utility scale truck. It's not going to have a huge amount of suspension travel. It's going to be able to carry some good heavy load on the back, so we're pretty happy with that. We are going to find a shorter shock and just run it up to the tiniest little shock hoop. We'll build right off these 2 bolts here. We'll build a tiny little shock hoop that touches the bottom of the bed, and then we can run a shock down to there, make it look really nice. Okay guys, we got where we wanted to be with the build today. We are sitting on under its own weight right now. It looks fantastic. Yes, I am holding the body in place because we're pretty much moving on to the next step now, which is going to be build out our rock sliders. Those little bars that go from the front bumper to the rock slider that protect the fender, and also a clever way to mount that without any clips or anything. We can just snatch a body off, but it's not going to go tumbling down the hill. Maybe some really strong secure magnets or something. I don't know. Anyhow guys, we'll see you next week on the video. We are going to get the cab on, and then we can strip it all down, get it cleaned up, get it out for powder coating, get it back, get it assembled, get it ready to go, painted, and out before Christmas. We'll see you guys next week.